Hello, everybody. Welcome to Humble Warrior Yoga Academy. My name is Taylor, and this is Seymour, my dog, right here, doing a sploot, as he does. Today's class is about a 25-30 minute yin class, and this is specific to runners. We're only going to be doing 3 poses. And in these poses, you will need blocks, especially for a lizard pose at the start. And you will need 2 blocks. If you don't have blocks, grab some books. It can be helpful because we do hold these postures for quite some time. Now, before we start, as always, I like to give a fun fact. And today's fun fact is that if you were to fall from here all the way to the innermost part of the earth, that would take about 19 minutes to get there. There you have it. You learn something new every day. Anyways, I hope you enjoy this session. Let me know how it goes. Alrighty, so we're going to start in a tabletop position. Make sure you have your blocks close by. Okay, so all fours, hands and knees. Just some gentle cat-cows. This doesn't have to be anything strenuous, but just to get some movement into the spine. And then coming back to neutral. We're going to step your right foot to your right pinky finger, and right away grab your 2 blocks on the highest setting for lizard. Now we'll do this pose in stages. So starting high, and then we'll work low. Try and get your wiggles and your fidgets out. And if this is too much for the left kneecap, you could put a pillow, or if you have one of those squishy blocks, you could use one of those. Now I always start with lizard if I am teaching it. The reason being is it does require some muscular effort of the upper body. So I just like to get that pose sort of out of the way as soon as possible. Now, if you're as happy as a clam, by all means, you can stay here because we are going to be holding for about 2 more minutes. If you want a little bit more of a sensation, you want to go deeper and your body feels okay to do so, you can drop down a setting on your 2 blocks and either stay on your hands, or if you want to go onto your forearms, I like to click the blocks together and then drop down onto the forearms. Notice what the right leg's doing. If it starts to wing out, that's okay, because the focus, our intention is more the left hip flexor. I'm not too concerned about what the right leg is doing. If, it opens kind of just naturally on its own. Mine sort of does that. As soon as I bring my hips to compression, it just starts to organically, externally rotate like this. So just let your body do what it does and keep the focus on, the targeted area. And if you want a little more, coming back up onto your hands, taking your left hand on a block or on the floor if you have that range of motion. A strap can also be nice to hook the left ankle or a belt. You can come into a quad stretch. Now, remember, you can stop anywhere along the way. Doesn't matter to me. It's your practice. I just like to give lots of variations to tailor to lots of different people. So if you're with me, bend the knee and try and catch your foot, and that'll add in the quads, and we'll hold for 1 more minute. Notice what your breath's doing. If you start to hold your breath, or it becomes choppy, or if you start to clench your jaw or the muscles in your belly, try and be as heavy as you can. Wherever you are, take 1 more breath in. All the way out. Gently release your foot, coming back onto your hands wherever you are, and pushing back into a half split. This isn't going to be one of our main poses. It's more or less a counter pose, but we will hold for about 90 seconds or so. So it is still a stretch that we'll be doing, but it's not one of the main ones for today. From here, lunge back into your right knee. Move your blocks to the side, and then just pull that right leg back into a tabletop. Now your 2 hips are going to feel different. So any movement in between sides that you want, if you want to just do cat-cows or do some hip circles, I'll leave that up to you. You could also take a child's pose. Whatever feels good. And then come back to center. No suspense. Left foot steps forward. Grab your 2 blocks to the inside of your left leg, starting on the highest setting. Good. And then if you're with me, again, staying here is a-okay. If you want to come down, you can. So even just popping down to the next lowest setting on your blocks and staying here. As long as you're feeling it in the front of the right hip, you know you're doing it. Even if it, aesthetically doesn't look pretty, it doesn't matter. We're just focusing on the targeted area. If you did what I did and click the blocks together and drop down onto your forearms, go ahead and do that now. And then you can wing the left knee open. Try and maintain the deep diaphragmatic breaths. Now, unlike, a flow class where there is breath control, we just want to breathe normal here. Now you can stay here or come back up. Right hand to a block or just the floor. If you have that flexibility and mobility, you're going to reach the left hand up and over. Catch the right foot, either the inside or the outside, it doesn't matter to me, and then come into the quad stretch. Now for me, this quad is a lot tighter, so I can already feel it's more of a challenge mentally. Just trying to stay relaxed in your mind. And then take one more deep breath in. All the way out. Gently let go of your foot. Grab both of your blocks and push it into a half split. So start to wiggle the left toes forward. 1, 2, 1, 2. Half split for about a minute to a minute and a half. And you can move around a little bit. And around your spine. Drop your head. Nice, and then pull the left leg back so you're in a tabletop position. A couple hip circles, one direction, and then the other. Good. Coming back to center. I'm going to take a seat on your butt. Mat is sliding around. And you're going to wrap your right leg over top of your left. Grab a block and sit down on your block so that your hips are above your knees, so to speak. I will hold here in Gomukhasana. No option to stay sitting on the block, or you take it out. And take the left hand to your right knee, right fingertips at the base of your spine like a kickstand. Lengthen inhale and just a gentle twist over to the right. Nice, come back to center. We'll add a side bend. So place the block next to, I guess that'd be the left foot that's on the right side of the mat. Take your right forearm to your block. Take your left bicep alongside your ear. Nice, bring it back up. Now, you can either just switch sides, or if you want to make it fun, you're gonna take your hands behind you, lift your hips up, turning to the left, and you're just gonna keep going. So lift up, turn to the left, until you're on the other side, where your left leg is over top of your right. So just make sure the left leg's on top. That was just a fun transition. You can sit on a block to start. Get your wiggles and your fidgets out, and then close your eyes. Nice. If you're sitting on the block, take it out if you can. Notice how that feels. And then left fingertips behind you. Right hand grabs your left knee. Gentle twist over to the left. Nice. Untangle, facing forward. Grab your block on the left side next to your right foot, the right foot that's on the left. Take your left forearm to the block, right bicep alongside your ear. Couple breaths. We'll hold for another 30 to 45 seconds or so. Bring it back up. Lean back. Untangle the legs. Ooh, it's normal to feel a little more stiff. Windshield wiper. You might hear some pops. It's okay. It's normal to feel stiff immediately after, but then once you go about your day, you should feel more limber. Now, from here, take your left leg out and your right foot to the left inner thigh. Right hand catches the outside of the left leg, and then just fold over your left leg. If you have a different version of this that you want to take, maybe you interlace your fingers on to the bottom of the foot, or you just allow yourself to round. In yin, we're not so concerned about form, but rather feeling it in the targeted areas. And we want our bodies to be as relaxed as possible. Just begin to roll yourself up, stacking bone on top of bone, and switch. Right leg out, left leg in, turn to face the right leg, and maybe the left hand catches the outer edge of the foot, or you interlace your hands. You can even catch your shin, or if you have a strap, you could loop the bottom of your foot, or just keep it relaxed. And if you don't like your head hanging, you can always use props. If you have a bolster, that can be nice. And when you're ready, release and roll up. You're going to roll your shoulders a couple of times, hands behind you, anything you need. Letting the feet down, doing a reverse table might feel nice. So bridging the hips up. And bringing them down. And we'll meet in a Shavasana. Remove your props. If you have a bolster, that can be nice underneath the knees. But go ahead and lay down on your back. Palms up. Being open to receiving love and light. Notice if you feel any different? Perhaps you feel more open and you can feel the energy moving through your body. Now, I highly recommend staying here for a few minutes if you can. 5 to 10 minutes. Feeling this deep sense of relaxation wash over you. If you're with me, start to deepen your breathing. You can even make a HA inside out. And as you do that, add little movements back into your hands and your feet. And then bring your knees in towards your chest. And roll to one side. When you're ready, pop on up to a seat. Taking your hands to your heart. Connect your thumbs in between your eyebrows. And yoga helps us to become this open vessel to really experience and feel it all without any attachment. So here's to that. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Namaste.